Hey guys, what's up? And in today's video, I have an Ifrit battle guide. I know that he can be hard if you're versing him for the first time, especially if you don't know what you're doing. And I versed him a couple times, and I came up with a guide that basically ensures that you're going to win. And it's actually not that hard when you like battle him a while and you figure out like his weaknesses and what to do. So obviously, as you all know, this was the first cutscene you see in the game, and this pretty much begins the first phase of his battle because there are two phases. So basically, in the first phase, he's just going to sit down in the chair and like throw the fire attack at you. What you want to do is you just want to warp strike him the minute he throws the fire so you don't get attacked. He will grab you, but that is fine because it does minimal damage. And basically, at this point in the battle, he really takes a lot of damage, which is great. Another thing is about weapons. You can use any of the king's weapons you get from the armature. That's perfectly fine. If you have the engine blade 2 or 3, that's fine too. Right there, I'm fighting him with the Durandai blade, which you get like pretty much like post game. But as you can see, once you get him to about the T, what happens is you can use your summon, and you have to use the summons for this battle because it's just the only way to continue. And what's cool is you get to see Bahamut throwing down all of the swords at Ifrit, and then Noctis stabs him, and then that begins the second phase. This is one of my favorite cutscenes. I do love it. And yeah, so let's get into phase 2. So in the second phase of the battle, this is where it becomes a little bit more difficult. But I have some tactics that can actually really help you. And believe it or not, even though Ifrit does revolve around using all fire techniques, Ice is his weakness, and Ignis's ability, Libra Elementia, is one of the best things that you can use for this. Because what happens is when he uses it, what you can do is he gets like stunned for a minute, and it's actually really cool because it leaves him vulnerable for that second, and when he's vulnerable, that's pretty much when you want to just unleash all your attacks. Another thing you want to do is you want to warp a lot too. Warping really helps in this battle, but you want to just be careful. You don't want him to warp towards you because what can happen is he can actually destroy all of the warp points except for the ones that are on the top of the castle. But the ones on the bottom are the really like crucial ones because it's just the closest to him and it's just more effective to use because there's so many of them. So you just want to keep on with that Libra Elementia attack. And what you can also do is when you're warping, you can also warp from behind him. And what happens is he'll get stunned, but he gets stunned for longer when you use the Libra Elementia attack. You could also use your own spells if you like. I just prefer to use Ignis's because it's more effective because it is his ability. So if this is your first time fighting Ifrit, you probably will have some difficulty with it because it is new, the whole battle dynamic with him. And you probably will want to bring some Phoenix Downs because it will just be helpful. And you don't have to worry about getting down because it's really not a big deal. Just as long as you have a Phoenix Down, you should be fine. And right there, what I just did, that technique with Prompto and Ignis, what you can do is it actually leaves him stunned for longer. What you want to do is you want to just build up that little gauge you have in order to use their abilities. And once you have the two filled up, what you want to do is you want to shoot first with Prompto, because when you do and then you press circle or B to attack after, he gets stunned. And then if you quickly use the Libra Elementia, what will happen is you'll see Ifrit, he'll actually make like a noise, and then what will happen is he'll just like nudge down a little bit like he's about to fall. This is pretty helpful because you can get over 1,000 damage on him if you just chain attack him the right way, which is pretty good. And some more helpful tips would be just to parry him whenever you can, because usually if you fail the parry, you will get into the danger state. And what else could happen is he will be able to just throw you in the air, and then you'll just fall down from the sky, and then you'll take a tremendous fall damage, which you don't want to do. Another thing you can do is you can buy some of these super restorative potions that just restore your health automatically for you. And you can also upgrade that in the Ascension for Ignis. He can also do that for you for free, which is great. So what else you can do in this battle is just make sure that you have the right weapons and just use something that you like. You can use all of like the king's weapons. They're pretty good to use. If you do all this the right way, Ifrit, he won't take that long to beat. Like his health, it's not really that big. And it's just like the first battle. You don't have to get him all the way down to 0. What you have to do is you just have to get him down to the T. And basically, when you do, you'll see the Shiva sisters. That'll be like a big cutscene. So yeah, just as long as you stay with the tactics, you just want to use the warp one, like I said. Or if you don't feel comfortable using that, you can always just use the Ignis Prompto attack. But just remember to use Prompto first and then Ignis just to create like a longer stun. And then so right here you're about to see I am right at the end of the battle. And like I said, all you have to get his health down is just right to the T. And what will happen is you'll see the screen change colors, become like purple blackish, and that is the Shiva sisters talking. And after she's finished with her quote, what happens is she does this amazing attack called Diamond Dust, and she pretty much freezes Ifrit for you and kills him. It's pretty amazing. And basically, that is all I have for today's guide. I hope this guide really helps you guys if you are struggling with Ifrit. I know in the beginning I did too. I was only about level 39, but that is fine. If you go in around level 39 or 40, you should be fine with the entire battle. Just make sure that you're using the right weapons. Use the warp tactic that I told you guys about, and the Prompto Ignis technique. And if you do all those things, you should be fine. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, or comment. It'll really help the channel out. Thanks a lot guys for watching.